Welcome Diecast fans, I'm Tom Spanners Watson.
And I'm Frank the Eerie Gibbs.
And welcome to another special Helix edition of the Outlaws.
So just like last time, we've got the drivers paired off. They're going to go head to head until we get to an overall winner. And you'll see there Petite Meow, last week's winner, is joining the crowd in the semi-finals.
That's right, he had a great run last week, so he's earned his spot. But let's get into this week. First up, we've got the number one outlaw, Ratbird, up against the Governor. Bit of a rough draw for Rabateau in his first race. Well, you never know because this is the Helix. It is a slightly different track, but it looks like Ratbird is going to run away with this one with a huge lead in that race.
Rabateau, even though he's losing, it did at least put on a nice show with that big handbrake slide over the finish line.
So now we've got the number 2 driver on the outlaw list, Thrasher, up against a previous list member, Mother Kanaka.
Well, Crazy Canuck seems to be a quite quick there.
He was, but here comes Thrasher, jumps ahead through the under-over section, races down to the finish line, and proves why he is number 2 on the list.
Yeah, very nice run there from Mr. Dark. Absolutely smoked the Crazy Canuck.
Now the young sensation, Bobby Orr and Caven from Coal Hills Racing up against Big Mike and Ugly Betty.
I just got to back Bobby Orr in this one.
And I don't blame you, and look at that, he is absolutely leaving Mike in his dust. He'll run down for an unopposed win there. Oh, actually, what's happened to Mike?
I obviously took the wrong line into that second Helix and he's banged his head. If we just have a quick check of the replay, you'll see Mike was already behind. Bobby Orr giving it the beans through there, and then Mike just comes around the corner, picks his line all kinds of wrong. He must have been checking his Tinder profile again.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's a fairly tight gap there, but Mike absolutely missed it.
But Bobby Orr, the young sensation from Coal Hills Racing, moves on.
Now it's Mike Mays driving Scud up against Hugs the Cat and Big Booty. Big Booty probably going to struggle on this track in that low-slung vehicle. Not doing too bad in the early stages, but there goes Mike, runs away with it yet again. A clean run all the way down to the finish line.
I'm impressed Big Booty actually made it to the bottom of the track, but well done, Mike.
Next up, we've got Xanthopy driving Click versus Death Cab. Now Death Cab's been patchy on the main canyon track. How's he going to go on the Helix? He's doing okay so far, but Xanthopy into the under-over, feeds it some jandle, runs down to the finish line. Clean win, Death Cab coming in second.
I actually thought Death Cab was making a bit of a run in that second half, but Xanthopy held him out.
Now the number 2 place getter last week, we've got Vagabond versus Marcus Firegon and Impalanator. Impalanator out pretty quick, but here comes Vagabond in that outside lane. They're even up through the under-over. They're dead even into the second Helix, but Marcus Firegon gets the jump on him.
Man, that was exciting. Impalanator had a good lead on Vagabond in that first Helix, but then Vagabond gave it the beans, caught up, and you see there he's right on Impalanator's tail. He gets a bit of a boost as they head into the under-over section, and then they are absolutely dead even as they enter the final Helix. But Marcus Firegon gets the boot in early, floors it down to the finish line, and nice little slide across the finish to take the win.
A nice drive there from a seasoned professional, Marcus Firegon and Impalanator. He'll be moving into the next round.
So again, a lot of those wins coming from the lane closest to the wall, but that's because we seeded the top drivers into that lane, although you did have Marcus Firegon there breaking the pattern, taking the win from the other lane. But this next round's going to be the real teller as we move into the fastest cars.
That's right, so we've got Ratbird versus Thrasher, Caven versus Scud, a Click versus Impalanator. Now the winner of that Click versus Impalanator is going to go on to face Petite Meow, last week's winner. Okay, it's time for a quick break. We're going to be right back after these ads. Show your support for the Canyon Outlaws Diecast Street Racing by getting your own Canyon Outlaws t-shirt, available at chaoscanyonmerch.online. Welcome back, race fans. If you've made it this far, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. There's plenty of racing to come. Let's crack into it. Okay, first up, the 2 top drivers, Thrasher versus Ratbird. This should be interesting.
Both these guys are super quick, and we'll find out now if there's a lane bias.
So here they go, they're pretty even into the under-over section. Ratbird behind, but here he goes with a big boost of speed, runs to the finish line and takes the win.
Wow, I really thought Mr. Dark had that. They were pretty even in the first Helix. Then as they go down to the second one, they went dead even again, and then coming through, Ratbird lost a tiny bit of speed. That gave Mr. Dark a slight lead, but then he slowed down on the exit to the under-over section, and Daddy G saw his opportunity, gave it the beans, and takes the win.
A superb drive there, and proving why he is top of the outlaw list, Daddy G and Ratbird. Okay, next round we've got Scud versus Caven. This should be interesting. These 2 cars are pretty even, but Bobby Orr has been on fire recently and he's out of the gate super quick, leaving Mike behind. Mike charging hard into the under-over section, almost catches him up, but Bobby Orr runs away with it.
Bobby Orr just continues to impress me. That car is dialed in and he is on form.
Now it's Marcus Firegon and Impalanator versus Xanthopy and Click.
Click should have him in this one, but you just never know.
Well, she starts to stretch out a bit of a lead, but here comes Marcus Firegon. He gets ahead through the under-over section, and he will make a sweet run for the finish line and take the win.
Wow, I really thought Xanthopy had him here. She had a good lead through the first helix, but then as they got into that second jump, Marcus Firegon did a great job to get ahead. Xanthopy had a bit of trouble getting through that under-over section, and that just handed the win to Marcus Firegon pretty much.
Yeah, you've got to be on your game when you're going up against Marcus Firegon. You can't miss a beat. So he takes the win and moves into the next round.
Another round of excellent racing. Let's take another quick look at the board and see who's going up against who in the next round.
So this first pairing of Ratbird versus Caven is going to be interesting. The top outlaw versus the new kid on the block who's on form, Bobby Orr and Caven. And then, of course, we've got Impalinator driven by Marcus Firegon up against Camp Pirate and Petite Meow.
Well, Petite Meow's well practiced on this course. He proved he had the goods last week, but I'm dying to see this race.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Caven versus Ratbird, here we go. They're dead even into the first helix. Bobby Orr with a bit of a lead. He gets into the under-over section first, and he is going to take the win.
Someone call the fire department because Bobby Orr is on fire. Check that out. They were dead even into the first jump, but it was here where Bobby Orr started to stretch his legs, and he just left Ratbird in his dust. What a stunning drive from the Coal Hills racing team. Oh, look at Daddy G getting some air over the finish line there.
Well, that's impressive. It's like he's trying out for the rally team. But well done, Bobby Orr and Caven move into the final. Now it's Marcus Firegon and Impalinator versus Petite Meow, driven by Cat Pirate. And Cat Pirate out of the gate super quick, leaving Marcus Firegon behind. But here comes Marcus. He catches him up through the under-over. Cat Pirate gets the hammer down, runs down for the win.
Wow, another incredibly close race. Cat Pirate had such a good lead through that first section. I thought he was just walking away from Marcus Firegon, but Marcus was not having that. He floored it through the second section, and look at the way he just pulls right up next to Cat Pirate in this under-over section, and then they're dead even going into that final helix, but Cat Pirate again manages to get the hammer down a little bit quicker, and luckily for him, he didn't have to use up one of his 9 lives.
A nice run there from Cat Pirate, proving why he won last week, and so far, he still hasn't lost a race on this helix track. Yeah, he definitely seems like he's got to be the favourite going into this final round. He is absolutely nailing it on this course. However, he is about to go up against Bobby Orr and Caven is dialed in and has been chipping away at that list week after week, and he did just take down the current Outlaw list leader. Well, this could be another close one. Let's head up to the top of the track and get them underway.
Petite Meow cleaned up in that lane last week. Let's see if Bobby Orr's got what it takes.
Here we go, Bobby Orr out quick, Cat Pirate right on his tail. Oh, Cat Pirate slows down. Bobby Orr gets a huge lead here. He runs down to the finish unopposed. And what happened to Cat Pirate?
Oh no, that's tragic. He must have seen like a pretty bauble or something because he's just parked up there. Have a look at this. So he comes in, slows right down. So uncharacteristic of Cat Pirate.
Wow, what a surprise. Cat Pirate blowing it in that final race. But congratulations, Bobby Orr and Caven.
Cat Pirate's got to be disappointed with that. I don't think he'll be getting any belly rubs tonight.
Look, to be fair, Bobby Orr, stunning drive yet again. You've proven it week after week on the list that you've got what it takes and you're chipping away at the Outlaws. And congratulations on taking the Helix win overall for the Outlaws.
Oh, you've got to think the boys will be cracking a few schooners over at Coal Hills after a race like that.
Well, that's enough racing from us tonight. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, comment, share and subscribe if you've enjoyed this. And if you haven't, leave us a comment anyway, and why not smash that dislike button. Alright, that's enough from us tonight. Thanks very much for watching. I'm Tom Spanners Watson. He's Frank the Guru Gibbs. We look forward to seeing you next time.
Oh man, I'm so looking forward to that Lambo tournament. That's going to be a corker.